Hey you guys, it's your girl Kamika. Welcome back to the Love Makeba official YouTube channel. Woohoo! Toast to Starbucks. It's been one of those days, you guys. But I wanted to be consistent. So I was like, I'm going to get on and just show my face and go on and sit down somewhere. I'm going to tell you guys, it has been so hard for me today because I have been so distracted. I'm not tired. I'm just really distracted. It's hot here. It's hot everywhere, I'm sure. But I just haven't been able to really focus my mind on what I needed to do. And I have so many projects that I'm working on. But you know what? Every now and then you got to allow yourself to take a little bit of a break and just wander around and gather yourself. And if I'm not able to get as much done during normal business hours, being an entrepreneur, I can always wake up again at midnight and start early. So praise God for that. I'm thankful for that. So I've already started my ramble because as you can tell, I'm not focused, but we're on beta 21, video every day in August. This is our 21st beta. I'm very excited about, all that's been put out there, that I put out there, the first 20 videos, and I'm excited about the remaining 10 videos. I'm just happy that I have been able to be consistent thus far to put these videos up. Even if they've been a day or so late, I've been consistent to make sure all of these videos are getting up. And so when I started this beta, when I was coming here to tape, I really didn't know what I was going to talk about today because like I said, I can't stay focused. I really ain't got nothing to talk about. But there was something that happened today that made me think, you know what, I'm going to come on here and talk about this. And hopefully somebody that's watching can be blessed by it. It is not my intention to come off as cocky or arrogant or mean-spirited in any way. But it is something that has bothered me over the years. And hey, it's not for me to get angry about. It's just for me to do a little bit of education on it. And if it blesses somebody, it blesses somebody. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And what I'm talking about is this. As a small business owner, we wear a lot of hats. Excuse me. Before COVID, I had, about the year before COVID, we were growing, and then some things happened in my family to where I ended up kind of shrinking the business back down. So all of my team that was working with me, publicists, social media manager, coordinators around here, I had to go ahead and release because everything just kind of slowed down here. My mom died, everything was going on. I had to transition. And so now we are back on the grow. Right, we are on the grow. Haven't hired any of my old team members back just yet, but I do have a couple that come and work, part-time and then are helping, and then, we're just working on a lot of stuff. But the point that I'm trying to make is this, that as an entrepreneur, a few people wear many hats and have to do a lot of work. So we don't have a whole lot of time for sometimes the correspondence, the questions and the correspondence and the questions and the solicitations that come in from people that are outside of our scope of business. And what I mean by that is this. I received today a very nice inquiry about, or a request for someone to do a logo for my business. Why it bothered me is because, number one, it's one of many. But secondly, this person didn't follow the normal channels. What they decided to do is they decided to go through the customer inquiry system that we have and decided to pitch that way instead of going through email or even simply just sending a DM or as many people do, which I still don't like, but still, you can't control everybody dropping it in the comments. They went through the customer inquiry system, which is problematic because here, let's say if it's me or Miss Mary or whomever else is checking online, that person has to stop what they're doing to go and address the customer during business hours because our customers are our priority. So when you try to circumvent the normal process of email and everything else to get in front of us, That's going to piss Kamika off. It's going to make me mad. I don't care how nice you do it, it's still going to make me mad. And so I very nicely told the person, you know, I didn't appreciate them reaching out to us via that system or soliciting us via that system. It's not appropriate, nor is it appreciated. And then they got blocked, right? And so then I went on with whatever else I had to do. But that made me think about something else. And so I just want to do a quick education on this. Brand influencer, it's hard out here. It's hard to get in front of the key people of a business, especially when you have a small business or when you have something you want to pitch. It's very hard. And so it's almost like when you were going for a job interview, you would see people with the fancy pink paper with their resumes, fancy pink and parchment paper, and you were like, dang, should I be doing more like that? I'll tell you this, as a hiring manager, a lot of times we overlooked the pretty paper because number one, they didn't scan well into our system, and number two, it was kind of like, it didn't mean anything. Am I telling you guys not to go above and beyond? No. But what I am telling you is going above and beyond is great when you have something that that person really needs and is really going to benefit them, right? So that means that you have to take the time to research who you're pitching to and kind of, what do you call it? Not curtail, but like I said, I can't keep, my mind is everywhere. Tailor it to that specific person. So I'll use today's example. This person asked me if I needed a logo. But they didn't, it was clear to me that they didn't look at our branding to see that, no, we don't need a logo. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't pitch, because you never know. Back in the back of my mind, I may be thinking I want to change my logo. That ain't happening right now. They wouldn't know that. But you still need to look at the big picture and stop just sending boilerplate inquiries to businesses. Take time to tailor it to individual businesses and you'll get a better response, is what I'm saying. I've also received a whole lot of brand ambassador requests or brand influencer requests that when I had a PR, our publicist, she handled all of that and she would weed through them and say, this one is a good idea, this one fits, this one doesn't fit. All these, you didn't even see them because they were bunk. And so I just want to say to those of you, we're all that are listening, we're always looking for brand influencers. But product making is expensive. And the goal of a brand, even your major brands, is to have brand influencers that fit into the needs of the brand. Not just that they're getting free product. So if you're interested in being a brand influencer, if you're interested in being a brand ambassador of any kind, a spokesmodel or anything, you also have to treat your brand influencing or your ambassadorship or just your platforms as a business. So that means that you should have a dedicated email for your business. If you're charging, you should have a price list for your business. If you're okay with doing what's called in-kind branding, meaning we give you free product in exchange for time on your platform, maybe you're building your platform, then you should know that. You should have dedicated stuff for your branding business. Because what's happened a lot is that we would get inquiries from people, and then when we reach back out to them, we didn't get responses for like weeks or months later. And they would come back and say, oh, your stuff got lost in my spam folder. Oh, I went, somebody said they went back to work and they weren't looking to do it anymore. Or, oh, I don't go to that email anymore because it was just so full. Number one, that's stuff I should not know. But secondly, you should have something dedicated for that business. So create a new email address. Another thing that would get under my skin is that people would send these one-liners that would say, oh, I'd like to try your product. I'll do a YouTube video. And that would be the whole email. Stop. That says to me, that's not going to get you any more of my attention other than what I just gave you. But it's also going to get you put in the trash can, because you're telling me right now that you're not bringing any kind of value with your services. You just want free product. And like I said before, product is expensive, right? It's expensive to make product. It's expensive to ship you product. It's expensive to stay on top of you to make sure you're doing a video. It's expensive. And so no small brand especially wants to send you free product just to send it, if we don't have a guarantee that you're going to do a video or post it on your social media or whatever has been agreed to. In addition to that, if on your social media you're Miss It Girl on, I don't know who that person is, I'm just using something, right? Making up a handle. You're Miss It Girl on Instagram, but on Facebook you're Keisha Shaniqua, and then on TikTok you're My Baby Daddy Love Me. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You gotta treat this as if it's a business, because nobody can afford to be giving you free product without the guarantee that you're going to be able to, that you're going to be consistent on your end of the deal and post it, right? The next thing you got to do is you also have to recognize what kind of value you're bringing to the business and lead with that first. Hey, my name is Kamika King. I have 10,000 YouTube subscribers who really enjoy natural hair care videos, or are dealing with alopecia issues, or love supporting small Black businesses, women-owned businesses. And then in addition to that, I have 10,000 subscribers. I average about 3,000 views on my videos, which is good, 33%. And on Instagram, I may have 5,600, but we're growing that over there. And I'm looking to do that with more product reviews, maybe some collaborations, some contests. But the focus over there is the same as what it is on the YouTube channel, right? It's not cars over here and natural hair care over there, right? And we have a lot of engagement over there. We are averaging 20 to 30% engagement rate over here as well, because engagement, everybody, is very important. It's way more important than followers. It's the engagement, especially with all the changes with the algorithms. And then that person can say what other estates that they have, social media estates. I got TikTok over here. We also have Twitter, but I don't tweet all that much, right? But you got to come with the brand and tell them what you're looking to do for them. And then tell them what you can expect to give them. You know, I expect that you're going to probably see an increase and an uptick in maybe your Instagram followers if we do a contest, awareness, brand awareness, product awareness. Or, you know, I'm getting ready to do a deep conditioner series. We would love to include your deep response deep conditioner in that, because I don't want to keep going with the same major brands. I want to mix some indie and artisan brands in that as well, you know, because again, our goal is to support small Black owned, woman owned, independent artisan businesses, right? So if you are interested in being an influencer of any sort or working with brands of any sort, you have to come to the brand knowing what you want to give to the brand, and then being clear on what your expectation is to receive from the brand. So it's got to be a mutually beneficial to both sides. It's got to be either we are giving you products, shouting you out on our social media, helping your social media to grow, getting your feet wet with brand engagement, or you're getting paid, or whatever it is. But if you're going to be approaching brands, you have to approach it like a business. I have had people that have approached us with really good packages that were just starting out, and the only reason we couldn't use them is because they came at the season where everything was falling down, where everything was, I won't say it was falling down, everything was shrinking. I had to go back and do some retooling. But I am considering going back and reapproaching some of these people. And then we have had people, like I said, that have sent us these crazy one-liners that makes me feel bad, because I don't want everything in business is consistency. It's hard. You got to consistently do things that you don't even know are landing. Every time, like when I do these VEDAS, my VEDAS now don't have a lot of views. I'm used to having 5, 10, 12,000 views, but that was years ago when I started in YouTube. Now I just have to consistently make videos to rebuild everyone's trust and support. And I know that I have to continue to do them and be consistent with them to build that following again. You have to know that as well if you want to be any kind of brand ambassador or doing anything in business and or social media, because there are people that are watching that will never tell you that they were watching, and then all of a sudden they'll pop up. You know, they'll never engage, they'll never leave a comment, they don't like videos. Yeah, I like the videos, okay? And then all of a sudden they'll pop up at an event and they'll be like, oh my God, I've been watching you for years. I just love you, right? And in your mind, you kind of want to go, why did you said something? But let me wrap this up. Like I said, you guys, bear with me. I'm rambling a little bit because, like I said, I just have been so distracted. But I really want to encourage any of you that would like to be a brand ambassador, be it with us or with any other brand, or go into any kind of business that is attached to social media, or promote your business. You have to be consistent, but you also have to approach correctly. I'll give you this story. I remember a couple years back when I was out in the field going to place our products or pitch our products to a store. The first time that I went to the store, I introduced myself to the owner and said, you know what, I would love to come back in the future and talk to you about, our brand. Store owners are busy. Always got to remember that. Business owners are busy. And so I didn't want to, I was buying my product. See, I'm following them. I'm using their services. So I'm buying their product and I'm letting them know that I'm going to come back and see them. Then when I came back to see them, I didn't want to take up their time. I said, I'm always ready, you got to stay ready, right? If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So I'm ready to pitch to them if they have time. But my goal was not to do that. My goal was to let them know I'd like to get on their calendar so that I could pitch to them at a time that was right for them. Because I was in a retail store. And so what I did is I came in to do that second one, and they weren't there, but their staff was there, and their staff said, this is the process. Send an email, follow up on the email, and then if that person doesn't respond, come on in. So I sent the email, sent the follow-up email. They still didn't respond. Came in and let them know that I followed the procedure. They said, oh, he'll be back at such and such amount of time. Just come on back then and talk to him. And then I did. I came back at that time to talk to that person. And I'm telling you that story because everybody that's the best way to get in front of people. Don't believe these people that say you got to get in the elevator and just jump in somebody's face and give them your elevator pitch. No, you got to wait. You got to knock on the door and wait for people to open the door and then pitch them, right? I hope this has been helpful. It's always the things that you think aren't helpful that are helpful. So I'm sitting here like, yeah, I'm sweating. I'm melting. But anyway, treat your business as a business. Be consistent. Stay prayed up so that when you're going to get a lot of rejection and you're going to get a lot of doors closed on you. Stay prayed up. Continue to keep going. Continue to keep pressing. Refine your skills. Refine your service offerings. And somebody will bite. We now have 15 stores now. We just added a new one. Welcome Posh Salon in Oxford, Alabama. Honey, I'm all the way over in LA. I don't know how she found out about us, but hey, we thank you for it. A great salon in Oxford, Alabama. People will hear about you. Your name will begin to grow. The Word of God says that our gifts, they make room for us. And so as we continue to do the good work, people will hear about us and they will make room for us. Doors will open up for us. So I hope that has been helpful. Let me get off of here. I love you guys much. I will see you guys tomorrow, Lord will. Don't forget to rate, comment, like, subscribe. I think some of those are the same thing. Share if this has, share with somebody that you think it might be helpful with. I love you much. Bye.